Today I am going to show you how to make the best cornbread you've ever had in your life. If you notice, I keep my cornmeal in a container, and that helps keep it from getting too much moisture in it. And I also take the top after I've used it and I close it up and make sure I keep it as sealed as possible. I want my cornmeal to stay without any moisture in it so that every time I cook with it, I know it's going to be exactly the same. So let me show you what you're going to need to make this this cornbread, I'm sorry. 1 cup of meal, 2 eggs, 3/4 cups of milk, 1/8 of a cup of oil, some cheese, and 1 inch of butter melted, and put your oven at 425. We're going to go about 18 to 20 minutes. And I'm also going to do something just a little bit different on the milk section part of it. So you can go with your regular 3/4 cup of milk, but I'm going to show you a little trick I do too. So let me show you what I'm doing with the skillet right now. Alright, well, what I've got is the oven is heating up, and I've got the best cast iron skillet I own. I got it sitting right here on the wood stove getting hot. So if it's summertime and you don't have your fire going, you can always take this skillet and just set it inside the oven. Let it heat up inside the oven. But having a hot skillet is part of what we're after here with this cornbread. Alright. Now, before I get going with this, I know you're wondering, should I waste my time listening to this guy tell me how to make cornbread? Trust me, this is going to be the best cornbread you ever had. Now, I like to remove whatever this white thing is in here. I have no idea what that little thing is. It comes on every egg when you open them up. But when I think about eggs and embryos, hey, I'm always grossed out by whatever this white thing is. But yeah, anyway, just in case you're wondering about me, I usually don't show my face on this particular channel. I've been a fat guy for about 20 years of my life, so I know about eating and cooking. I'll tell you, I don't listen to skinny people when it comes to food advice unless they're telling me how to stay skinny or if they're telling me how to be a vegetarian, because man, I tell you what, fat people's the ones you got to listen to. When fat people tell you something about food, man, that's what you got to do, is you got to listen to what they got to say. Alright, and old people. Man, I tell you what, old people, they know it all. I love listening to old people tell stories. Anyway, I'm going to take this set of eggs here, and I'm just going to tear them all to pieces in this bowl. Now, if you notice, most cornbread recipes will tell you only 1 egg and will tell you 2 cups of meal. If you notice, mine's reversed. Yeah, see, I'm already showing you something. Alright, so let's get this, we'll get these 2 eggs here. We got that white funky stuff out of there, and now we're going to tear these eggs all up. You know what, I don't eat eggs myself, except for if they're hidden in a cake, meatloaf, or cornbread, something like that. But man, as far as just sitting down eating a runny egg, man, that ain't me. Alright, well, the first thing I'm going to do is I've got a cup, and this cup just happens to be the same size as a measuring cup. So what I'm going to do is pour in my 1 cup of the cornmeal mix, and I like to do that first so that anything that sticks inside of there, when I pour my milk, it's telling me on the list that I have made to use 3/4 of a cup of milk. Now what I like to do is make that just a little bit short of one of my 3/4 cup, and I use whipping cream. I add just enough of that whipping cream that between the milk and the whipping cream that I have 3/4 of a cup. So now I've got all that mixed up in there, and I'm going to have to stir it up. And I did put my butter, and I melted the butter. I didn't show you how to do that, but hey, if you don't know how to melt butter, you probably shouldn't be attempting to make cornbread. Alright, so anyway, I took a stick of butter, and I cut 1 inch of that butter. Yep, 1 inch. of that stick of butter. And I melted that and I put that in here, and I'm going to tell you what, you will have a very soupy mixture of cornmeal. Very soupy. Alright, so I've got I've been mixing this up for about 2 or 3 minutes now. And now what I'm going to do is take some cheese. I like mild cheddar in here. And that's going to help thicken it up a little bit. If you notice, this is a very runny mixture. And that cheese is going to help thicken it up to where it's not so runny. So I'm just going to stir that in here a little bit. You can use, this is kind of a finely shredded. You can also use a thick shred if you want to. But that's kind of how I like to do it, is use the fine shred in there. Alright. Alright, so I got my cast iron skillet. I got it all warmed up. I'm telling you what, it is hot. It will burn you. So I'm going to take some butter, get butter going down here on the bottom of this, on this pan. You can stir it around a little bit. You want to get that butter on the bottom of that cast iron skillet. And like I say, this is hot. You can probably see some of the smoke coming off of this butter as I do this. I'm going to tell you what, Paula Dean would be proud of me. Man, I got butter in the meal and I've got butter in the skillet. Paula Dean got nothing on me. I tell you what, the reason you want to do this, getting that skillet hot like I did, is right now I can hear this sizzle a little bit. So as I'm putting this in there, you can hear it sizzle. And what's going on, it's making that bottom get a little bit crunchy. So what we're going to end up with is the bottom's going to be crunchy, the inside's going to be moist, and the top is going to be golden brown. Woo, man. Alright, so now I got it stuck in the upper level of the oven. We're going to leave it in there for right at 18 to 20 minutes and see how it looks. While we're waiting on that cornbread, I'm going to show you what I'm going to have with it. I made up some 15 bean soup, and I got some turkey ham. I cut up that turkey ham, and that's what I've got diced up in there. And I also added some corn and some carrots. So I will have me a healthy meal here as far as my main course. But hey, there ain't nothing healthy about that cornbread, but I'm gonna try to even it out a little bit here. I'll have me a glass of water with this, and man, yeah, it's gonna be some good stuff. So let me heat this up. Here in a few minutes, be ready to pull this cornbread out. I'm gonna have to torture y'all a little bit because I'm being tortured. I'm telling you what, right inside that window right there, there is magic happening right in there. And you can just smell the aroma. See if you can get some of that. Woo, man, you can smell that butter. That's what's really happening in there, is that butter's making magic happen. That butter on the bottom of that pan and inside that cornbread. Lord have mercy. Alrighty, well, anyway, we'll be wearing it out here in a minute, and I'll let you get a good look at it before I take on to it. I am going to bring you in for a close-up. Alright, what I want to show you is look how that edge has a good crusty brown to it around the edge here. See how we have a good golden top, and we're going to have a good crust on the bottom, and this is not too thick. I'll cut it and I'll put a slice out on a plate for you so you can get a better look at it. But this is not a very tall cornbread, but it's very moist in the center. Alright, so I just pulled it out. You can see compared to my fingers how thin this is, but I'm going to tell you, there is magic happening all inside there. Like I say, you got a good little crusty layer here on the top, good nice brown on the bottom. That'll give you a good crunch on both the top and bottom teeth, and then your tongue's going to have all kinds of goodness going on right there. Folks, as I said, you can listen to some chubby people and they will tell you how to do some good cooking. This is one of the ways I got fat right here, but I'm going to tell you, I've lost 140 pounds. Actually, 145 pounds in the last year. No doubt, I've lost 145 pounds in the last year. My ex, she weighed 125 pounds. She's been gone now for that long, and I've lost 20 pounds off myself. So what I've been doing is eating breakfast, skipping lunch, and having meals like this for supper. Been working out for me. My granddaddy, now he had a good weight loss program, and I'll leave y'all with that. He said if you will wake up after breakfast, skip lunch, and go to bed before supper, you'll lose all the weight you want to. All right, folks, I appreciate y'all spending some time with me today. Hit the like, subscribe, and all that great stuff. Y'all know what to do. Thanks for spending time with me. I hope to see y'all soon. Check out the Pac-Man there. Bye-bye.